Hello, this is Zootown Arts Community Center. So I proposed to a bunch of parents that were really wanting to have art after school for their kids, and that was about 3 years ago. Did a small business and I was making really great money. It was a little bit more than a first-year teacher. Then it started to grow and I realized the viability of a community art center and sort of really empowering the artists that I saw that were just needed that extra kick in the pants, you know, to like get things going, or little things that were lacking for everybody that I knew as artists. A studio, a space, like something, a place to work in, to offer events.
Are we making books by hand? Hello, guys. Hello.
Some kids, they have a want to investigate materials and things. And so a lot of my projects go that route, because what can happen is if a kid is already really talented, he's going to excel, right? And a kid who maybe doesn't have like a lot of training or a lot of natural talent in what they're trying to execute, whether it was a drawing or a painting or a sculpture in clay, they can still do it. You know, so a lot of my projects, in fact, I concentrated on this when I was in school, was open-ended curriculum.
The Shantytown project is, I guess, to sort of connect it with the other things that Zach is doing right now, sort of like one of the elements in the transition from Zach being sort of a small sort of business model to like a much sort of like bigger community-based sort of grassroots, like appreciating everybody for all of our like individual artistic intent kind of things. We came up with the idea a number of weeks ago when we were talking about the Zach fundraiser, and it was sort of inspired by a lot of other shantytown sort of artist-built communities that we'd seen around the country. But we wanted to do it in sort of our own little way, and so we're having just one big night of sort of ridiculous performative nonsense in which any kind of artist can build any kind of shanty of their choosing. So really it's anybody who is like, you know, fortunate enough to come on that night and sort of participate in Shantytown or just sort of walk through it, basically they're just going to be like slapped over the head with everybody else's imagination.
It's only natural for a man to have fears when he takes it upon himself to do something which has never been done before.
You're lying, dear. Who the hell do you think you're fooling? I would appreciate it if you stopped cursing at me, sir. No, I didn't take that diamond. If anything, I unintentionally took it.
You unintentionally turned off the lights and stole the Golden Jubilee bag.
When Hannah came around, it really opened up a lot of doors that other people in Missoula didn't know were there, that we could do something like that. So I think that's been really, really positive.
I think that growth has to happen really powerful at first, from what I've noticed from businesses or grassroots projects. They have to happen quickly and very intensely. And then after that, you've gained the momentum to keep it sustainable to go at its normal rate. And I had to warn my family and friends and anybody who was related to me that I was basically checking out, you know, and devoting myself to the project. Because if you don't, a lot of times things just don't get off the ground if you don't do that. And it takes an incredible amount of energy. They've gone from after school art, like as a kid or summer camp, and now they're a teen intern. It's awesome. It's awesome. It makes me feel like this little place is supported by families and community, that the underground art community. That's exactly what it is.
Walking up to